Greetings, boys and girls. I am Jack Neon from Z Entertainment, and today we are here for a tutorial. This is my first ever Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. I have done 2 tutorials before, game tutorials that is, for RPG Maker MV, but now we're going into the big leagues, so to speak. I think it's kind of funny that my very first tutorial for RPG Maker MV was a door tutorial, and once again we have a door tutorial. Let's see what we've got. So we're dropped in this unassuming place, and we see this place with a poorly, I mean, the wood looks great, but whoever chose to build their place out of this was just, there's no way to get in it. We have some double doors here though. Wow, that's a bit choppy. Door is locked. What? Door is locked. Oh no, what shall we ever do? Let's go to this makeshift crappy keypad here. Oh, what's this? What does cancel do? Oh, cancel actually, cancels. Who'd have thought? Enter. Incorrect password. Well, maybe it's 0013. Whoa. 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 Wow. Is that it? Whoa, did you see that? It reset? What? How did that happen? Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure that's it. It has to be that. That's what everybody does. Door locked. I know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did that happen? What? Yay. Oh, we're off to Nowhere's Land. Okay. Cock blocked. Well, that was the greatest secret I've ever seen in my life. I'm glad I went here. So, how do we exactly do this? Well, you probably see that. I don't know why the materials are still there, but this is what we need. And we're going to delete all of it. Alright. Yeah, I want to delete the folder, even though it doesn't delete. Alright, save all. So, how do we do this? Well, first, yeah, this is pretty much split up into 3 sections, although it's going to be in the same video. And there's the interaction part, which is very simple. That's not really part of the tutorial, but I like it better than box triggers. Then we're going to have the door part, and then the keypad part. So we need 6 things. First of all, I'm not going to delete it, so just come up over to project. I always have project settings open. I'm not even sure where you get it. Oh, edit, go to project settings. There we go. Go to engine, input, bindings, action, mappings. There's jump for some strange reason. I always do interact with E. Next, so we have the interact. That's good. Next, we need to create a blueprint. So right click wherever. I like to keep everything in my content. I always make a folder like that for some strange reason. So then we want to go down to create advanced asset area, go to blueprints, then go to blueprint interface. And you can name it whatever you want, but I always like to name it interaction. Yeah. Save all just because that's what I do. And open that up and then interaction. Save or compile, then save. And that's the first thing done that we need. The first out of 6 things. Next, we need to go to third person character or whatever. It can be any character you want. No variables needed, but we need to go to class settings, go down to interface, add interaction interface. If you can't find it, you can always search. Alright, oh yeah, you gotta compile first so it actually knows you have it, and save while, might as well. Event, yep, event interaction. Then we need line trace by channel. To get the start location, we are going to need to get world location and choose anyone you want. I'm gonna delete that anyways. We are gonna get it from the camera, whatever you name your camera, so you want it from the camera. So drag it over onto the target. And so now we have get world location, that's the start. For the end, we want to drag off follow camera and get world, okay, I hit the wrong letter. Get world rotation. Alright, then we want to drag off the return value and go and get forward vector. From forward vector, we want a multiplication. So vector times float, I believe. And then add this to, that's a vector, so we need that to be a vector. Vector plus vector, put that output into the end. Right here, this is how far this will shoot out, so 300 usually is a good one. We want draw debug type for duration, just so we can actually see it. Return value, get a branch, so type in if, and you'll get it right away. Drag from out hit, and you get break hit result right up here. Let's bring this back, put this underneath. And then from hit actor, we want to call interaction, and it will be a message, and that's a true. I mean, you don't really need that, but you might as well. Yeah. Now we can work on the door. Go back to my content or wherever you have everything. Right click again, go to blueprint class, go to actor. We're going to call this something very clever. Door. You can name it anything you want. So let's open this on up. Let's go to class settings right away. Go to interfaces, add. You can search if you need to, but I don't. Interaction. Compile, save, add component. In the add components over here, you want to go to scene and drag that up and make it the new root. You don't really have to do that, I don't think, but I like to. Then add a static mesh. We need to type in door. Go right here. Compile, save. We don't need any of those. Compile might as well. And now let's go event enter. No, not that one. Add event interaction, or you can just type in interaction. You should find it. It should look like this. So that's down here. Now this is optional. You don't have to do this bit, but I like doing it. So drag off that. Get all actors of class. And in the actor class, we don't have what we need yet. So that's beautiful. Now we need up here we need event tick. From event tick, we shall once again get all actors of class. And once again, we don't have what we need. So that's good. That's beautiful. Save all. Go over to your modes panel, find geometry, and bring out a box. Go to details. Actually, let's delete that. Go to starter content. Type in Chrome. Select that. Then go to modes panel. Then bring up the box. That way you don't have to just go through the trouble placing it on there. It'll already have it. Exit that. My content. With this selected, the geometry, we want to go to brush settings. X is 5 and 20 and 30. Can't see it, but that's okay. So what do we do now? We go down to brush settings. You might have to click down underneath the brush settings area, but you'll see a little arrow under hollow tessellated, then an arrow. You might already have it open. Go to create static mesh. Go to my content or wherever you want to put it. That's what she said. And you can name it anything. I'm going to name it Keypad mesh. And create static mesh. And so now we have that there. Save all. We want to open up Keypad mesh. And then click on the collision to see that there is none. Go up to collision and go to add box simplified collision, and that will add one. Save, and then you can exit out of that. So right click in wherever you want to put it, go up to blueprint class, select actor, name this Keypad. I don't think you're going to be able to name it. Yeah, just keep it at Keypad. And then open it up. In Keypad, we want to go to add components, add a scene component, drag it up, and make it new root. That's just what I do. You don't really have to. Add a static mesh component. You can name it something if you want. Keypad. There we go. Wondrous. Scroll down in the details area until you find the static mesh that you want. I think it might still be selected. It is not. Then we can just go in here and type in keypad and it will come right up. There we go. That's all we want. Go to variables, new variable. We want door opened, question mark. You can call it whatever you want as long as you remember it, and make it editable. Compile, save, and we're going to keep the base whatever, the base value. Yeah, the base whatever. That is my first tutorial. What do you expect? Go over to class settings, interfaces, add new interface, find interaction, compile, and save. We can go back to doors now, and then we can type in keypad mesh or blueprint, whatever you name it. And the same down for the event interaction, keypad, compile. So from the event interaction, once again, this section right here is optional, but it's kind of nice. So out of the out actors, we want to get, and it's going to be the utility array thing, so get. And from this, we want door, get door opened. And from this, type in if, and that'll give you a branch. Connect these bits right up here. And now on true, we don't want to do anything, but on false, we want to print a string, and you can have it say whatever you want. I'm going to have door locked. And so that way, if someone tries to go up to the door, it'll just, that's all that does. It's just so people are like, oh, it's locked. From the event tick section up here, out of the out actors, you want to get, and what you want to get is also the door, get door opened. That goes to a branch, so type in if. Select the get all actors of class execution pin to the branch. Tidy up a bit. We don't want anything from the false. So from true, we want to get a sequence, so type in seq and press enter. You'll get that pretty much right away. From the then 0 bit, you want to go to an if, and the condition is going to be actor has tag. All you have to do is type in actor. You see it marked right there. So what we want to type, the tag we want is right. Make sure it's spelled however. What's in here, you need it spelled exactly the same way where we're going to have it put up. You can highlight the actor has tag in the branch, these two, copy, and then paste. Get the branch up here, and then have this branch coming out of the thin one. And for this actor has tag, make sure it says left. It's all going to be true stuff, so go over to a timeline, add timeline, call it whatever you want. I'm going to have it say open right. And into the play, open this up, make the length 2 seconds, add a float track, name it door rotation, shift once, shift another time, anywhere you want. For the very first one, we want the time to be 0 and the value to be a 0 as well. The second one, we want the time to be 2 and the value to be 90. Alright. From the, let's see, from that we want to make rotator, and we don't want it in the X, we want it in the Z, so hold the control, click this, and put it over to the Z, so there we go. Then we want to set relative rotation, and then put this up here, connect the update pan into set relative we don't want location and rotation. Set relative rotation, just the rotation, delete whatever they have there, and then put update right there. Target is going to be this static mesh right here, so get that out, put it right here, put this up into target. Then we can copy all that, paste, rename timeline 0 to whatever you want. I'm going to put open left. True will go into play. This is all the same. Put the target up into this static mesh there. Open this. The time will be the same, but the value will now be 180 or whatever you want. This is just for the door placements I have. These values will change for whatever location you have your doors. So the doors are good. Save, compile and save. We can actually bring the doors out into the world. Alright, so this one right here is the right door, so come down. Once again, you might have to click the arrow, show advanced arrow, and so do that under actors, go to tags and add an element and name this right. Do the same for this one, add one, and this time we're going to call it left. Make sure the spelling is exactly as you have it in the door blueprint. So let's go to Keypad blueprint and right click and type in interaction. We want the add event interaction. We want a branch, so type in if. The condition is, let's just select door open in the variable, bring it over and put it right on the condition, and at true we want to leave blank, so false. We will set set game pause, there we go, right there. And then we want to set it to true, and then off of this execution pin, create widget. The owning player is get player controller. The class we want is not even made yet, so come over in the main area, right click, go to user interface, widget blueprint, and we're going to name it Keypad HUD, and save all, save selected. Then we can go back to Keypad, and this we can now select that pile, get rid of that crap. And now we want to select off return value and add to viewport. And then from there, actually drag off of this get player controller and set show mouse cursor. and hook these two up and set it to true. And that's all we need to do for that.